Jason, tell me about your school and your incredible students and how important the arts are to your school.
I'm at South Plantation High School. It is a public high school in Broward County, Florida. We have a deaf and hard of hearing program that is part of the school. We're the only high school in Broward County, which is the 6th largest district in the United States, to actually have a specialized program specifically for deaf and hard of hearing.
Yep.
And we've been producing theater for the deaf 18 of the 19 years that I've been there. And that's an extremely important part of our program. We believe in inclusivity regardless of what makes somebody exceptional. So we've had kids that have come through the program that have been legally blind, deaf, that live on the spectrum. It's a great program.
Have you noticed the arts having a kind of a profound effect to change these people's lives? I mean, what is the change that you've seen firsthand?
I think that as an educator, the most useful thing about being involved in arts education is that there's an ownership that is second to none. When you have your high school kids that go to their math class and they fail their math class, the only person that's really being impacted by that is them. Right. But when you're involved in theater arts especially, regardless of the role that somebody is playing, everybody is depending on them. And so there's an authenticity that is like nothing else. And that in and of itself is extremely powerful in motivating kids, which is, I think, the greatest challenge for any educator, is to motivate them.
And what have you seen about any of the shows this season that you loved?
Well, I was honored to see Sweeney Todd yesterday. Carnegie Mellon brought us in, and we were sat at Sweeney Todd, and it was absolutely amazing.
And Josh is a Carnegie alum, of course.
Yes, he's a Carnegie alum, and so that was a fabulous show.
And you get a very special Tony Award because it's an apple.
Correct.
Does this one spin?
It does not spin, but
which
look,
is safer.
We can.
Oh,
it can turn. It can turn.
It can turn like that.
Yes.
Fantastic. So where does this award go?
Well, I think that this is going to go on a mantle in our living room and at our house in Florida.
Fantastic. I have to say, as a student who benefited greatly, my life was changed. I was a student in public schools, and my life was changed for the better, discovering the arts. Arts in public schools are super important.
100%.
Any last word you want to say about making sure that we fund the arts in public schools and all of that good stuff? Give us your why.
Yeah, absolutely. Arts and education is alive in our private schools, but I do believe that it is really a challenge to keep them alive in our public schools. Test scores are not what it's all about. In fact, getting kids involved in arts education, specifically theater education, is how we're going to drive those test scores up because of everything I said earlier about the accountability.
Right.
I mean, come on, reading.
Oh, I know. I know firsthand.
It starts with reading.
It really does. Well, congratulations. Truly, this is exceptional.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.